2, 3, come on.
Hola mi gente, welcome to Kiss My Crafts. My name's Maritza. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm here for my second or week 2 Chuck Along 4 Whip and Chat. And before I get on with that, I just want to say a very big thank you. I went into my email today and I got some coffees. I got coffee from Deb Hidden Camp. I got coffee from Sherry T. I got some coffees from my girl Pam. I got a coffee from my sis Mindy. Thank you so much, ladies. I really appreciate you and your generosity. It helps the channel, and now there's something I got my eye on. Mindy, you know what it is. Now I could get it. And I don't have to feel guilty about spending money when I have this goal that I'm trying to reach next year. I can use my coffee money, because that's what it's for. It's for putting it back into the channel, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So thank you so much. And there's one person I do want to mention, Linda's Crafty Life. I don't know how I missed it, but thank you for the coffees that you sent me a couple of weeks ago. I am so sorry that I never mentioned or said thank you to you. I usually say it on video, or I'll put it up in a put it up in writing right on the beginning of the video after my members list. And I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for that. And yeah, and thank you to everybody for the wonderful comments and so much support. You guys give me so much support and so much friendship, so much love, that I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's move on. And speaking of support and love, I got some things to show you that I got from my soul sis Whitney. You know, she spoils me. She's constantly shopping, and when she shops for herself, a lot of times she shops for me. And it's like having a bigger sister, even though she's young enough to be my daughter. But let me show you what she got me. Okay, so she had bought a bunch of blanks. Oh wait, I need to turn off this. Okay, she had bought a bunch of blanks and had them turned. Wait, we need to get in focus because you need to see how pretty this is. Okay, look at that. It's a purple pen, but then it's got white and blue and shimmer, and it's just gorgeous. Now the difference with this pen, do you see? It's flat. It is flat on one side, and this is to prevent it from rolling off your table, which is something that I actually have a problem with sometimes. If I put the pen at a certain spot, it will roll off the table, and I block myself in with this table. So that means I gotta push this shit out, get up, go get it, bend down, because you know I have issues with bending my knees. So this is an excellent idea. Now when I was holding it, I find that my thumb ends up resting on the flat side. This is the side that I put the most pressure when I'm like sliding a drill into place. I use my thumb the pressure on my thumb the most, and it feels way comfortable. It's got a little weight to it, and I cannot tell you where she bought this from, or where she got the blank from, or where she got it turned. She got it turned from somewhere different than she wait, did she go to gyms? I can't remember. I am so sorry. But if you like this and you like that idea and you don't know where to get it, leave a comment down below and I will definitely get that information for you. So I added my stainless steel tips from Amazon on it, and this is what I'm going to use, because my two favorite gym pens are starting to crack at the tip, and I don't want to abuse them any more than I have already. Okay, what else did she get me? She bought me some putty from Randa's Crafty Corner and some scented wax. I was using them last night. Let me show you how the putty looks. I was using them last night, and I'll tell you, they do last longer than other stuff that I've had, except for the Nacha Mama's Mud and the glue dots. And I also noticed, or I didn't see any residue coming off onto the drills. You know, when you first put it into the tip or into the multi-placer, you get residue. I didn't notice any residue. So this is what the putty looks like, and it's scented and it smells good. Lemon biscotti, and the cotton candy smells good too. You want to eat it. It lasted a long time, but after a while, I don't know if it's because of dust or whatever, after a while, when I would pick up drills, one or two would fall off, and that became a little bit annoying. I have some of the, I think it's museum putty that Whitney has shared with me, and I do like that one, but I heard you can use it in a multi-place, so I have yet to do it, so I will. I did use this in my single placer, and it does last longer than the pink wax. It lasted longer than a couple of other waxes that I've tried, and I saw no residue. But I miss my glue dot and my Nacha Mama's Mud, so that's what I have in my pen for today. And she also sent me a gem from Pretty Placers. You know who Pretty Placers are, right? They're the people that make the crayon, what do you call it, the crayon wax, and you use this as a placer. So that person who has an Etsy shop started making gems, and I guess it's for your multi placers, because you can't put this in your multi placer unless you want to ruin the shape of your crayon. What I do as I use it, I told y'all, I shape the tip. You gotta keep it clean, you gotta cover it, you gotta shape it. So they started making gems, and the gems have, like, this gem has little hearts in it. This is called Love Spell, which is a scent, I think, by a famous lingerie company. I have not used it yet, and I really haven't heard any feedback about them either. Does anybody use the gems from Pretty Placers? Okay, so what else? That's it. That's all for the show and tell. Oh no, she sent me this beautiful tin, and I believe this is from Stash Junkie, that she makes these gorgeous tins, and she's Crazy Diamonds here on YouTube. Her real name is Mariah. So she sent the waxes in here, and this is just gorgeous. Okay, mi gente, let's get on with the whip and chop. I don't want to make this very long. I may not stay more than 20 minutes on here. I'm trying to think of what else do I need to tell you. I don't want to turn this into a rant about work, but I will talk about it slightly. I am still in a position where I'm being pulled from all sides, and I feel like I'm being overworked because people rely on me a little bit too much, and it's becoming where I feel like it's impeding or it's affecting my health. So like I said in, I guess it was my last whip and chat, I wasn't gonna allow that. I was gonna do one thing at a time. But when you got upper management asking for stuff by certain period of time and you don't have it ready, it gets a little stressful. But I'm taking my deep breaths, and I am trying not to let this job make me sit. No. Oh, I didn't mean to put it there. I wanted to put it in the one before. This is a pretty this is 100. Now I've never seen this series of numbers and ABs from Diamond Art Club. This is a very pretty, can't see it with the yellow, but it's a very pretty green, and it's not vibrant and bright. It's very like pastelish. It's just gorgeous. And I like that series of numbers. So I have 100, and I believe I have in another kit, or was it here? I have 103, which, hold on, let me show you. Which is this really pretty, like, I don't know, kind of coral red, right? There's a green one that wants to party. But these are really pretty. And I've never seen this series of numbers before. This is new. So the chuck-along, which I'll get into work with talking about the chuck-along. So you know how I do that spreadsheet? I'm so behind in gathering names because on Wednesday I had to take the work laptop to IT for some major update that they're doing on all the laptops, which I don't understand why if we got to go back to work on Monday full time every freaking day with nothing in place. We're responsible to keep social distancing. We're responsible to wear our mask all the time. There's no plexiglass between the desks. There's no guidance, no information as to how they're going to disinfect the public and common areas that the clients use. You know, it's just, I'm just so pissed. Anyway, so I had to take it to IT to get the update. They did the update, and I found myself Thursday morning not being able to access my remote desktop. And the laptop is useless to me if I can't access the remote desktop. I cannot work. I can't do a damn thing. So yesterday and today have been pretty easy because I can't do anything. So I try to monitor the emails and respond to the ones that I don't have to look up anything for, just need an answer or a response. So I've been kind of taking it easy, but now it's starting to bother me because I got caught up on Wednesday, and now I'm going to be behind on Monday. But it is what it is. I'm not going to let it stress me out. And Monday, I'll get my laptop back to normal. I really don't need it if I'm going to be working at my desk, because I have a desktop that I prefer to use. And I have a printer, and you know, it's just going to be a little easier to do work at the office than it is at home with a laptop. So I'm not even worried about it, right? That's how I gotta do. So with that being said, the update, I do my chuck-along list on my work laptop. Chuck-along 2, chuck-along 3 is on there, and I did the sheet for chuck-along 4 in the same workbook. If you know Excel, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you don't know what I'm talking about. So on Tuesday night, knowing that they're gonna update and knowing how sometimes things get screwed up, I emailed the workbook, the Excel workbook, to myself, to my job email, and to my personal email, just in case, which was a good thing, because now that I can't access the Excel spreadsheet was saved on the laptop, not in the remote, but it's not there anymore. I can't find it. It's not where I saved it. There is a folder that says chuck-along, but inside that folder there is no spreadsheet. And I almost freaked out because I could not find the email that I sent to myself. I found the ones I sent to myself a few days before. I always send them to myself as I do it because of situations that can happen with your hardware, software, whatever you're using to create this list, or what I'm using to create the list. I have had experiences where I lost stuff that I didn't back up in any way. And since it's on my work laptop, I don't want to back it up there. I don't use my regular laptop because when I started the Chuck Along 2, it was during COVID. I was working from home, and it was easier to deal since I had to be on the work laptop all day. I started the spreadsheet on the work laptop because when it was slow, I would go and grab names, and it was just easier than dealing with two laptops. So now this weekend, I have to grab that email, open up my personal laptop, get the email, save it on there, and hope that I have enough space on that laptop, because I think it was running out of space the last time I used it. I got a message like that. Ay, Dios mío. So if it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to go somewhere local to get an SD card and save it on there. So I can't collect any more names. I'm getting behind, but you know what? For Chuck Along 2, Chuck Along 3, I got behind both times, and at one point or another, and I caught up. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just glad that I have the file and it didn't get totally lost. Yeah. So I had shared with my WEPA members a short video of a little time lapse, a very short, less than 2-minute time lapse on a portion of the parrot paper filigree thing that I showed y'all in another video. So I did a little bit of it, and I showed my WEPA members the video. And that's one of the advantages. Here's a little bit of shameless self-promotion. That's one of the advantages that you get when you become a member. You get a little bit, some sneak peeks. I haven't been very good lately, but my members that I have right now, they're really excellent in not complaining and being patient and understanding. And I love you guys. So for a little short fee, monthly fee, you get to see a little bit more than what everybody else sees. So I shared with I have 2 levels, WEPA and Mi Gente and WEPA. So I shared it with my WEPA members, and eventually I will share it with you, with everybody else. I wanted to talk a little bit about the paper filigree. People, are commenting and commending me on my patience, and I'm not gonna lie, it does take a little patience. But if you're anal and you want to get the strips perfectly cut, the exact length that you need, you're gonna run out of patience, and it's going to take a long time, and you're gonna want to throw the shit across the room, because that's extremely hard to do, to get the paper the exact length that you need. It's hard for me. After a while, I started eyeballing it. Instead of trying to measure it perfectly, I just started eyeballing it. Eyeballing it. Not eyeballing. I started eyeballing the length that I needed, cutting it, measure it again, and then I would get it in there. Most of the time, or some of the times, it might be a little tiny bit shorter than what I should have cut it. But you know what? I left it like that because once all the little grooves are filled in with the appropriate color paper, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. Now, I do have a second one on the way. Like I said, the daisies, which looks a lot easier because it's mostly the long strips of paper, and I'd rather start with that one. I think that would be an easier choice to start with than the one that I chose, because the parrot, I think, should be for somebody who has a little bit more experience in this, because as I'm looking at it, it has a lot of small little tiny papers you need to cut, and I don't know if I'm gonna have the patience to do that. And you gotta like bend them or curl them, and they're small, and I got fumbly fingers. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. So we'll see what happens. I really like the craft though. I think that once you get the hang of it, it becomes fun. My experience is whenever I try something new, I go through frustrations in the very beginning. Like when I started to try to learn how to crochet, I almost gave up several times because I just couldn't get the right motion. I couldn't get the right feel for how to hold the yarn, and I was not getting which way to go for the stitch, or which stitch to put the next stitch in, in the next row. It was just frustrating in the very beginning. And then you start getting the hang of it, and then you fall in love with the craft. Some I don't fall in love with. Like I tried paint by number. I think that I started with something that was way too difficult because it had very little tiny teeny weeny little spaces to paint in, and I was just not having fun. What else? The scratch art. I'm not gonna say I don't like the scratch art. I do like it. But it's not something that I am going to fill myself up with. You know what I mean? I'll go back to it and continue it eventually cuando me sale cuando me dé la gana. Whenever I feel like it. I haven't felt like it. I didn't fall in love with it, but I don't hate it. I don't hate paint by number either. I will not give it up yet. Are you seeing what I'm doing? I'm trying to see if I have any more of this one. Yes, I do. But if it's piquing your interest, don't be afraid. Try it. AliExpress has cheaper kits because the kits from Uniquilling range from $20 to $30, and then you gotta pay for shipping. You do gotta pay for shipping unless you spend, I think it's $59. But I saw on AliExpress that they had some kits. I'm not sure how great those kits are. I do have one coming from somebody that offered me stuff to review, and they happen to have that paper quilling stuff, so I ordered a little kit from them, and I don't remember who it was from. It might be FG Normal or DIY Digital. I'm not sure, but one of them is sending me one. So we'll see how those are, and those are going to be like the ones on AliExpress. Uniquilling does sell on AliExpress, and the $20 ones you can get for $16. But the $30 ones are $30. And I've seen some that are more expensive, and then they offer you different size kits, like your basic, your pro, the one called DIY, and they have extra tools that you may or may not need. The basic kit gives you what you need. You don't have to upgrade to the other ones. The other ones just give you extra stuff, maybe double paper, double 2 bottles of glue, of the glue dispenser, but it's not gonna be anything that you actually really need to get going. You can start with your basic kit. But I do like it. I'm not gonna get discouraged. I'm gonna continue doing the parrot until I get my daisies, and then I'll do more videos on showing you how I'm going along with that. Let me see. I think that's it for this color. Okay. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, so I haven't been checking on the Diamond Moments and Craft book to see how the Chucksters are doing, and I apologize for that. But what's going on with work and stuff like that. I've been working late. I get home sometimes at 9 o'clock at night. I just don't have energies. I don't have the eyes to keep looking at screens. So I gotta prioritize what I gotta do, and work, dad, home, YouTube, and then everything else, you know. So mi gente, oh, let's put this one down. I am swapping out this color. Where is it? Which one is it? Number 11. Where you at? Here we go. I'm swapping out this gray, which is 414. DMC 414. 414. Take my word for it. For the 414 AB, which I love. I already did. Over here is that white tree. I already did it, and I'll show you in a second. And that has, it's surrounded by DMC 414, so I swapped it out and I love how it looks. It's so pretty. Let me show you now. Hold on. So, look at that. Does that not look fabulous? Love it. Up close, this don't look like much, but when you look at it from far away, I've seen it finished. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. It is gorgeous. I have to finish this painting. It had been a couple of nights that I haven't worked on it. I did finish one whole row, and I'm mad at myself that I didn't force myself to work on it at least an hour, even if I didn't want to touch anything. I just wanted to lay in my bed or in my recliner, but I'm not disciplined enough to keep pushing myself, so I didn't. But I plan, it's Friday, so I plan to work on this really late into the night until I can't no more, because I want to finish this painting. This is absolutely gorgeous when it's done. So I don't know if any of you, I know one person finished, okay, but I don't know if anybody in the group, any of you chucksters finished yet, because I haven't checked. But I'll go in there this weekend. I'll pop in, say hello, and start collecting more names, okay? Ooh, look how pretty. Let's do some fireworks. Okay, so mi gente, I think I am going to, I feel like there's something I need to say, and I'm going to remember after I stop recording. But don't forget to check out Mindy's video from Wednesday. I have to check it out myself. Her Chuck Along Whip and Chat. I'll link it down below, so you can check that out if you haven't already. Bueno, mi gente, I think I'm going to end this here. It's long enough, longer than I anticipated it being. And thank you for joining me. If you made it this far, I know it wasn't much of a whip and chat, but thank you for joining me. And you know what to do. Until my next video, take care of yourselves, be safe, and besos. Mwah.